This is the planning briefing for Sunday, August 14th. Basically, key points are developing heat wave this week with potential for record highs and lows. North to east breezes Wednesday through Thursday in the higher elevations, northwest Montana. Return of monsoon moisture by Thursday, and in the far extended, doesn't look like much change to the pattern. Let's look at the water vapor loop. Looking at some dry air kind of moving in here from the southwest. There's a weak upper level wave over western Oregon that will move over the region overnight tonight through tomorrow, and will help to accentuate the wind, especially in the higher elevations northwest Montana. So for today, thunderstorm chances are going to be across southwest Montana, fire weather zone 111 generally speaking. Looking at the current analysis of moisture, there is a little bit of moisture in that kind of far eastern part of 111. Could see an isolated shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. So we're expecting hot temperatures to return this week. Possible record highs by Wednesday and Thursday. Highs near 100 again, low 100s in north central Idaho. Lows in the 50s, 60s to near 70. Could see some record high lows as well through next weekend. So let's look at the moisture progression. What we're looking at is like the magnitude of mid-level moisture. More pink the color, the higher the amount of moisture is in the atmosphere. So I'm going to go forward. This is Monday, generally dry. Then on Tuesday, there's some influx of monsoon moisture getting into Oregon, and there is a wave that's going to skirt across the Canadian border and could bring some high clouds later Tuesday in the Kootenai and Glacier Park region. Going into Wednesday, a little bit more monsoon moisture influx. Wednesday night and to Thursday morning, the moisture is starting to get closer to our region, north central Idaho. Could be mostly clouds, but there is increasing chance for a potential thunderstorm or showers on Thursday afternoon, southern Idaho County, possibly over the Bitterroot Spine. With all the hot temperatures in place, that's a recipe for erratic gusty winds, and some could be strong. Also, potential for some dry lightning on Thursday. Not sure how widespread it will be, but our highest confidence right now is more over north central Idaho in the higher elevations. So Thursday night, there's actually a weak wave moving over the region, and when you combine that with the monsoon moisture, there could be some nighttime thunderstorm activity over the region. Could be a mixture of dry and wet thunderstorms. On Friday, definitely have the monsoon moisture over us. This is kind of a tricky pattern because I've seen it where we've had the moisture come in here and it's mostly high clouds. If they're thick, then we're not going to get as much sun and it could stay cooler. We'll still see the chance for showers and thunderstorms, but without the strong heating, then the severity decreases or the chance of stronger storms decreases. And if we have more clouds, it could be cooler in spots than forecast. Subsequently, you'll have higher relative humidity values. But we're still expecting it to be relatively dry through the week, including Friday in the valleys. You might see a noticeable increase in RHs in the higher elevations. Going forward into Saturday, we're still under a ridge. We still have this monsoon moisture in place, so there still could be a chance for showers and thunderstorms. So now we're looking at the general humidity in the mid-levels and wind flow. And on Tuesday into Wednesday, there's actually a little bit of a trough that skirts across the northern part of our area. The gradient becomes a little bit northeast. And as the heat builds over Oregon and Idaho and Washington, and you have stronger high pressure towards like east glacier, a little bit of northeast wind could develop at night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and generally the northeast winds will be felt in the higher elevations like the Whitefish Range, Mission Range, Flathead National Forest. It might be similar to what happened recently. I think it was like August 5th, where we had some northeast winds that developed late in the evening and continued into the early morning hours. Just a pressure difference between the heat over in Oregon and Washington, what we call the thermal trough, and higher pressure coming up against the continental divide. Another impact will be slightly higher RHs across the Flathead National Forest during these weaker northeast pushes. Also, there's going to be a little bit of an east gradient over the Palouse area during these nighttime hours, generally 8 to 15 mile an hour out of the east. So we've had these questions before. When will an August singularity occur? What we mean by August singularity is the strong cold front moving in from the west or northwest, and usually they're a lot cooler. Humidity levels are higher. One of our forecasters here, senior forecaster Bob Nestor, studied the average date of the first strong frontal passages in late summer in Missoula and found that the 56% of them occurred between August 16th and August 24th. That's coming up quick, and there's a high probability that it will not occur at least in the next week through August 20th. There's a lot of blocking going on in the upper levels across the northern hemisphere, all the way from Europe to the Pacific Ocean. I looked at a heat wave event that happened in mid-August 2008. Well, that was disrupted by a strong cold front by August 19th, 20th, and it appeared that it was connected with the recurving of a northwestern Pacific typhoon, Vong Fong, which helped to shunt an Alaskan trough down to the Pacific Northwest. This is like a model solution 9 days away, but I didn't really have any other ensemble images to really show that was accessible to me. But this is kind of similar to what the ensembles and what we call the clusters, which is looking at all the ensemble information. They're kind of showing similar strong deep trough over Alaska, also a big trough over Asia with ridges in between. And this particular solution is showing a potential for another typhoon in the northwestern Pacific near Japan. This is like Tuesday, August 23rd. The persistent trough over Asia really could continue to keep the Northwest Pacific ridge pumped up, therefore keeping like the downstream trough and ridge in a similar location. So the bottom line here is that there's potential for status quo with periods of above normal temperatures broken up by monsoon waves. And the Climate Prediction Center is also agreeing with that, above average temperatures, and then near normal to above normal chances of precipitation over north central Idaho, and below normal chances towards the continental divide towards Flathead National Forest. So in summary, hot, dry, starting to get more unstable. Southwest Montana Tuesday, Haines starts getting up to 6. Wednesday, the Haines is close to 6 across much of southwest Montana, including towards the Missoula area. And then Thursday, Friday, like we were been talking about, chance for thunderstorms. Continued above average temperatures and mostly dry Thursday. Friday, they still could see some pockets of dry RHs in the valleys that didn't receive any thunderstorm activity. If you have any questions, you can give us a call, 406-329-4840.